Hey everybody, welcome to That's Good Sports' first real game preview of the 2015 NFL season. We've got the Broncos versus the Ravens, and today I'm going to tell you who's going to win that game, why they're going to win that game, and how they're going to win that game. That's what I'm doing. Do I think the Broncos will score 7 touchdowns on Sunday against the Ravens again? No. Do I believe it could possibly happen? Yes, I always believe that. And I also believe that the last time the Broncos opened the season against the Baltimore Ravens, they went to the Super Bowl. So scientifically speaking, that should happen again this season. On defense, the Broncos will be without TJ Ward, who is serving a 1-game suspension for that beer glass he threw at a bartender at Denver's favorite strip club, Shotgun Willie's. I am accepting sponsorships from strip clubs, just so you know. That transgression happened a year and a half ago. So disregard the fact that the charges were dropped in exchange for some community service. The NFL still wants to punish players and steal their money. Defensive end Derek Wolfe will also be watching the game from a high-end IKEA couch as he begins a 4-game suspension for PEDs. And defensive end Kenny Ananiki will be out as he continues to recover from his knee scope. Backup outside linebacker Lorente McCray is nursing a groin injury and is questionable. On the offensive side of the ball, the Broncos are at full strength. We know preseason records don't matter. That's why it's irrelevant that the Broncos were 3-1 and the Ravens were 1-3. So I'm going to try something new for my game previews. I'm going to make it really easy to follow for all of us and tell you which position groups have the advantage. And then at the end, we'll tally them all up, and based on that, I'll pick the winner. This may come as a bit of a surprise, but I believe the quarterback position is a wash. I really feel like Manning and Flacco will play about equal for the game. They both have a new offensive coordinator to work with, and they will each face different challenges with their own offense. Flacco doesn't have anyone to throw to, and Manning has to pray his offensive line comes together against a stout Ravens defensive line. So, 0 points are awarded to quarterbacks. Moving on to the line of scrimmage, I believe for week 1, the Ravens have the advantage on the offensive line, especially on the right side with Marshall Yanda and Ricky Wagner opening holes for Justin Forsett. I believe since this is Evan Mathis's first game of the year, he's going to need a little time, probably 2 games, before he operates at optimum levels. Mathis refers to those optimum levels as playing on fleek, whatever the hell that means. Ty Sambrailo and Matt Paradis will face their toughest test so far against that Ravens front. So, 1 point for the Ravens. Looking at the wide receiving groups, the Broncos have a big advantage here. Denver will have Emmanuel Sanders, Demaryius Thomas, and Owen Daniels ready to go. The Ravens will have Steve Smith. Yeah, just Steve Smith. Unless you're high on injured rookie receiver Brashard Perryman, or the guys who will fill in for him, Kamar Aiken, Clay Aiken's brother, and Marlon Brown. At tight end, the Ravens starter Dennis Pitta is on the PUP list, which means he'll be out Sunday at the animal shelter searching for a new dog, giving tight end Crockett Gilmore the start. I'm not saying these guys are terrible, but starting week 1, this has to be Baltimore's biggest positional weakness. 1 point Broncos. In the backfield, the Broncos have the overall advantage. The starters are a wash. Both CJ Anderson and Justin Forsett are good running backs who will play well. But in terms of depth, the Broncos have the benefit of having healthy guys behind CJ Anderson with Ronnie Hillman and Jawan Hammer Pound Thompson. Forsett's backup, Lorenzo Taliaferro, could get the job done if he wasn't doubtful for the game with a knee injury and a minor strain in his self-confidence. I told him, hey man, don't let one bad hair day get you down. Running backs, 1 point Broncos. Special teams? Well, this is easy. I don't even have to look at who's playing for Baltimore to know they have the advantage here. Justin Tucker is a much better kicker at this point than Brandon McManus, and we will see if the punt return game improves for Denver with Emmanuel Sanders back there, but overall, the Broncos have a lot to improve on in all areas of special teams. 1 point Ravens. Moving to the defense, I believe the Ravens have the advantage on the defensive line. They did lose Haloti Ngata, but make no mistake, Brandon Williams is a beast at the nose tackle position, as anyone named Brandon would be, and Timmy Jernigan is a great defensive end. Couple that with the battle against an inexperienced offensive line, and I'd be willing to bet those big boys are rock hard, standing at attention, if you know what I mean, and I mean boners. 1 point Baltimore. The Ravens and Broncos both have an exceptional crew of linebackers. This, for me, is also a wash. In fact, these two teams may have the best two sets of linebackers in the NFL. The Ravens have Terrell Suggs, CJ Mosley, Darryl Smith, and Courtney Upshaw starting from left to right. And that's not including Elvis Dumervil filling in for Upshaw on passing downs. The Broncos match these defensive studs with their very own Von Miller, Brandon Marshall, Danny Trevathan, and DeMarcus Ware, with backup QB crushers Sack Barrett and Shane Ray filling in. With two all-star linebacking cores matched man for man, I award both teams 0 points in this category. In the secondary, the Broncos have the advantage. Steve Smith is the Ravens' only proven receiving threat, and we already know he and Aqib Talib will be icing each other up all game long. TJ Ward will be out, but I like David Bruton coming in for him. If I'm Peyton Manning, I'm throwing the ball at the Ravens' weakest man in the secondary, Ladarius Webb, all day long. Try to spin that web, Ladarius. It won't hold up. And that gives the overall advantage to... Oh, crap. We got a draw. This may be a close game, ladies and gentlemen. Broncos have a 2-1 advantage on offense. The defense is at a dead heat with a 1-1 score, and the Ravens have the advantage on special teams. If we turn to the coaches, it's still very close. Overall, John Harbaugh has a better track record as a head coach, but Kubiak has the inside scoop of the Ravens organization, as he was there last season. I'm going to give the Broncos the coaching advantage with an additional 1/4 point, which means the Broncos steal a win with a 24-18 victory over the Ravens in Week 1. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Broncos Preview Edition. It's going to be a great season. I am just fucking thrilled that football is finally here. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter at Brandon Perna. And if you want to get your Big Dick Player shirts or your Emmanuel Sanders shirts, go to my website, ThatsGoodSports.com or ThatsGoodBroncos.com. Click the buy shit button and buy some of my shit. It's that easy. Dear football God, please let all of the Broncos stay healthy this season and help the Patriots start losing a lot. Thank you.